you guys are going to be able to see it, but there's been some serious changes to my game room. So I have had almost no time all week, but Mrs. Linecrosser was able to make this happen. So I can't wait to share it with you guys. It's not done yet, but we are almost there.
The buff is right here. Don't worry about him.
Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host. Oh, I'm not in the right spot. I'm sorry. It's been a whole lot of work with key lighting and everything else like that. But how is everyone doing this evening? We got a lot of y'all in here. Looking like 183 people in here. I'm sorry the view may not be the... Fat boy, what do you want? You want to say hi to everybody? Speak. Speak. There you go. That's a good boy. All right. What is going on? You missed the fuck juice. Yeah, a lot of work. There's still a lot left to do. Like the light I have up here is like professional grade now. I have a key light back there to try and separate me from the background. I have a new desk. I've moved everything around. And then of course the dogs have their own mood lighting now. That was the thing. So yeah, it's been a lot of work. This entire week has just been a lot of work. So yes. Good morning, eardrums, I guess. Oh, my bad, Terry. Was I super loud compared to it, or was that Knox? It was his fault. No, this is my margarita. My new desk also has a cup holder. I mean, it's an Amazon desk. I don't really care. Like I said, bro, I'm balling on a budget. I don't care how big I get. I'm fucking balling on a budget. That's the way I am. Romance on the rug. I like it. Yes. First to fire. Hell yeah, brother. The doggo cam. Oh yeah. What's up, everyone above your bald head? What is going on? I'm not going to confirm or deny this. I might even be wearing something to make me a little bit less shiny in the face. But again, Mrs. Linecrosser has done all of this work. All of this wouldn't be... Oh, I forgot one thing. She's going to kill me. Sorry, that lighting also worked on as well. My bad. She's going to murder me. I'm going to be in so much trouble. I forgot. Like, there's so many lights and switches. I'm going to streamline this whole process. Your YouTube shorts make your day. You're very welcome, Demon. Honestly, that's all I ever want from you guys. Just watch and enjoy my stuff. I couldn't ask for much more. Y'all have been amazing. Why not shine like the sun? Because that is reserved for a little miss something. Thanks, Mrs. Linecrosser. Supernova, do me a solid. I know you didn't have Discord, but now maybe you do. Shoot me a message on Discord. Wolf from you as well. All of my mods, shoot me a message on Discord. Need to talk at you for a minute. You guys aren't in any trouble, I promise you. There it goes. Oh, it's still not fixed. I haven't had a whole lot of time. I tried.
Up? Everything above your bald head. Lol.
Yes. That's fair. I did. I ruined the presentation. Oh, man. So, what is going on, everybody? Can we get another Range Buddy video? I'm not sure what you mean, Range Buddy. Did I make a video about a Range Buddy? I honestly have no idea. It says Gainy. It should pop up as soon as you do that. I don't know why it's not there yet. And maybe... Jesus, Rob! Holy shit. Hey, kids. Have a badass week. And remember, Grandpa Buff is watching.
I'm always watching.
Guys, I've sent it back for 3 revisions. I'm working with a guy. I have a vision in here, but I have the artistic talent of a fucking goldfish. People have been screaming for Buff merch. I'm working on it. But I've gotten a couple of versions, and they're almost there. They're almost there, but we're not there yet. And so I'm sure I'm driving this guy fucking bonkers. But as soon as he figures out exactly what I like and what I want, I'm going to have him making all kinds of shit. But yes, I know Buff has been a big one for a lot of people. And I want to get you guys, I want to get you merch, but I want my Buff merch to be so...
Would you intercept me? I'd intercept me.
Hey kids, have a badass weekend. Remember, Grampy and Buff is watching.
You want fuck around and find out merch? By the way, thank you so much, Rob. You want FAFO? For some people, they didn't catch the authorization Foxtrot Alpha, Foxtrot Oscar, and then in the comment section, it clicked, and one person said it, and then everybody's like, "Holy shit, he did just do that." By the way, in case you were unaware, and yes, I'm going to be doing a video about it. I haven't told the kid yet. I don't think he's around. The F-35 has scored its first air-to-air kill against a cruise missile. Granted, it's not a pilot, but yeah. Big male reproduction. Johnny has just entered the chat. Wow. No, G-Man, thank you so much, my dude. Now he'll rearrange the topography. Tell us about the NGAD. I wish I knew more about the NGAD. The thought process behind it being that it is a fighter aircraft without vertical tails, and the reason why the B-2 Spirit is more stealth than like the F-22 or the F-35 is because it doesn't have vertical surfaces. Vertical surfaces increase your radar cross-section by like 0.001 meters squared or something. Not sure. Shh, be quiet. Oh yeah, F-22s, I don't know. Do not tell him. It was an Israeli F-35. Yes, and I actually learned... Hold on.
The chat.
And I just learned from, if you guys aren't following Alex Hollings with Sandbox News, that's SANDBOXX here on YouTube. Really smart guy, good friend of mine. He was explaining like the ones and zeros pretty much behind the whole system, or not the ones and zeros, but like how everything went down. They name it, the name of their F-35 like fighter wing that they have is a deer, which apparently means like fucking unbeatable or super strong or something in Hebrew. I didn't know that. And I was like, that's fucking crazy. 22's brother went to college and got, yes, nice dog. Yeah, that's Rain. She's just chilling over there. Knox is over here licking himself aggressively, so he's not on the camera right now. I hear you. No, I don't want you up here. No, you don't lick me. I know where that tongue is bent, bro. Go lay down. Go to your bed. Bed. God, his breath smells like smegma and bad decisions. Just add country music to anything that would be Texan. Can you do a skit where you evolve American carriers? Also Chinese, please. I did one with the carriers, and this is the thing, guys. Sometimes I do experiments, and I'm like, well, let's try this character, let's try that character. MTM Mojo, thank you so much. Hang on. Finally, a news article, so it can ask, have you thought about doing a video on Frank and Sam, the Sidewinder one? I'm not familiar. You know, let me put that in my notes. Let me put Frank and Sam in my notes, because I don't know everything about everything. Let me put it in my notes. Maybe make a joke about it or something. But anyways, I was on something. Sorry.
Finally a news article about it so I can ask lol. Have you thought about doing a video on Frank and Sam? The Sidewinder one.
So maybe we'll see what it's about. And then somebody else was asking. Something. Oh my god! Now it's gonna drive me nuts. Hold on. Oh, the carriers. So I made a video with carriers, and I made them like Cheech and Chong characters, and some people liked it, but it wasn't received really well. So I may go back to the drawing board. When you guys see me like change a character, it's because it wasn't really received in the way that I had initially anticipated, because I want you guys to like all of my characters for different reasons. So for that, I have to articulate them and make them special in their very own ways. So we'll see. I also want to try and feature each one of them. How far is the stream so far? Looking like... Oh, bro, we're only 11 minutes in. We got a long way to go. But I also got to work in the morning. Has anyone heard of the Star of Africa during World War II? I have not. I'd intercept me. I hope your week has not been crazy, as last week seems like... Bro, honestly, it has been. This week has been equally as bad. But it's partially because of, like, the social media side of the house. So, like, I work... And then I come home and it's just chasing all this down. How are you doing to keep up? Right now, sleep is optional. Sleep and eating are really just, they're kind of in my way at this point. Like, if I could go my life without sleeping or eating, I'd get a lot more done. That is fair. That is absolutely fair. Sorry, I was reading about an NL game than playing COD. G-Man coming in with another 20. Oh, sorry.
I always find it funny if you want to simulate the military as an organization, you'll be much closer playing a nano game than you would playing COD.
Absolutely. Hold on, I'm trying to get through. G-Man dropped one, then Spitfire dropped, I think, and Rob Castle.
I hope
Holy
your
shit,
week
guys.
has not been as crazy as last week. You seem like you're a little less burnt out, but hey, that's just my observation.
Hey, no, I appreciate it, man. I honestly, you guys are phenomenal. How understanding you are of when I am exhausted and burned out. You guys are very, very understanding, and I really appreciate that. You can tell the weeks and I have more time because more content is being pushed out, and the weeks where I have less time because there's less content being pushed out.
Would you intercept me?
Hold on.
I'd intercept
What did
me.
Rob say?
Ever think of Mrs. HLC doing a character? Night Kids.
Rob, I would love to.
Would you
We'll see.
intercept me? I'd intercept me.
Still so
What's your
weird.
opinion on the Merkava MK4M that Israel uses?
First to Rob, I would love for Mrs. Linecrosser to do that. If she's watching, I hope she does. Hang on. G-Man's got a long one.
Taking my ASVAB. Somehow
I'm trying to keep up, guys.
98, I was asked to join the nuclear development program. Do you think this is a good idea? I wanted to go in as a naval pilot, but this just seems like a good offer.
Okay, what I want to tell you about being a pilot is everybody in the military wants to be a pilot, so the pickings are slim. Nuclear on the other hand, as well as like my job, air defense, very lucrative on the outside. I could get out of the military right now and make 3-4 times what I'm making in the Army, and I know that. But I want the retirement benefits. That's kind of why I'm still going at this point. It's entirely what you choose, what you're passionate about. There are going to be good days and bad days. Even porn stars have bad days. Remember that. So Spitfire, Mark asked, what is your opinion on the Merkava? I say this alone, but I used to be, so I don't know if you know this, guys. My first 3 years in the Army, I was a 19 kilo. I was an armor crewman. I was a tanker. My job was to drive, load, and then eventually for a short period of time gun an Abrams main battle tank. The Merkava is the only tank that genuinely scared me, because we learn about everybody's capabilities and limitations of their armor platforms, how far they can reach, size of their main gun, penetration, angling, armor density. We learn all these things, and the Merkava is the only one that genuinely fucking scared me. Like, it's a beautiful tank. It is a gorgeous tank. It carries more main gun rounds than the Abrams does. You also have room for troops. The front armor slope is better. It is a little bit lighter. It does have a little bit, a staggering amount more range, like driving. Has almost the same gun, so that's kind of a moot point. But it's an all-around really good armor platform, if you ask my opinion, my honest opinion. Just wanted to support your efforts, bro. Your videos are some of my favorite. Seatown Waterboy, thank you so much. Like, this is the thing, guys. my videos, this is just a me thing, right? Like, and this is because I do okay on social media. I do well enough. I'm also a married E7, and I live conservatively. I live within my means, right? I save money when I need to save money. I do the right things. So, hold on. We'll let it play.
Just wanted to support your efforts, bro. Your videos are some of my favorite.
So I want you guys to know that my content has always and will always be free. I have no interest in, if I do something like if I ever, again, right now I don't have the spare time to do something like a Patreon or something like that, it will be strictly because I want to say things there that I can't say on other platforms. Like, that's the only reason, but it would be absolutely free for people to subscribe to. Like, that's the way I would do it. Like, if I wanted to say shit that I wouldn't get away with on YouTube, I'd go make something like that and just make it free. I mean, if I can make it free. Can you make a Patreon free? I have no idea. Where's Jamison? So I saw your message, Jamison. I appreciate Wolfram getting to it. I saw it. I mean, they drive around. As far as I'm tracking, they don't actually fly. So I mean, they're cool little toys. But I'm wondering what percentage of furries would you say each branch has? Dumb question. That's a hard one. Mrs. Linecrosser says Patreon can be free. She's watching, guys. Say hi to Mrs. Linecrosser. So I'm gonna take a shot in the dark. And I'm gonna say that the Navy has the largest number of furries total. I think the Navy has the largest number. That's an honest assessment, right? I think the Navy has the biggest number. However, we'll let it play real quick.
Love your content. I've been wondering what percentage of furries would you say each branches has? Dumb question, but I'm dumb and support everyone.
I think the Marine Corps has the highest per capita, right? Like per 1,000 Marines, I think is per capita, or per 100 Marines. I think the Marine Corps has the highest per capita. Love me some fly football field. Your sis agree with that? I have no idea. Of course it's Navy. Do a character, Mrs. Linecrosser. So Mrs. Linecrosser, they are now asking for you to be a character in one of my episodes. And, I mean, I could think of a couple of female characters. Pretty easily, I could get a female character going. Holy cow. Ernesto Jimenez. Hey, dude, wanted to ask if the kid was any character from a video game. Who would he be? I was thinking Woods from Black Ops. I could see Woods from Black Ops. But I think this is part of what I did the persona around. For anyone who played Star Wars Republic Commando, Sev. If you've never played that game, you don't know exactly what that means. But if you've played Star Wars Republic Commando, you know exactly what I'm talking about with Sev. Make NGAD a woman? Ooh, it's not half bad. Somebody, Mojo was like, yes, I know exactly what you're talking about. Oh, Republic Commando was such man. That game was so good. If you've never played it, it's super cheap to get, but it's so good. Tell them we're working on something special. Oh, yes. Hold on, Mrs. Linecrosser's got another one coming in. She's texting me.
You can set stuff free on that site, yes. And you hang in there. And Air Force is nothing but furries, as furries are IT.
Air Force is nothing but furries are IT. I didn't even see that. I'm sorry.
Ya boy joining that Marines.
G-Man. Oh gosh.
Would you intercept me? I'd intercept me.
You know, I'm gonna have some more variations.
I wanted to ask, if the kid was any character from a video game, who would he be? I was thinking Woods from Black Ops.
So I do want you all to understand, Mrs. Linecrosser and I, it was actually her idea. Honestly, guys, some of my best ideas come from Mrs. Linecrosser. It must be because she spends a good portion of her time plugged into a creative genius. And anyways, I'm sorry. I'm gonna get beat later for that. Anyways, I can't even take myself seriously right now. We are working on something for while I'm away at walks. Have a couple of videos drop while I'm gone, so you guys still get content. And it's actually a really good idea, and it's very funny. And I'm like, I think that would be something very well done. So we're gonna have to record and edit all of them, and then stagger the uploads, and it's gonna be its own standalone thing. And I really hope you guys like it, because I'm very excited about putting that together for y'all. Random question for next tagger: why do we not drop them from planes anymore? Also, Sean Connery would be good aircraft carrier personnel. Ooh, not a half bad idea. It's because an Abrams weighs 72 tons. They tried dropping one from a plane, and it ripped all the parachutes loose. Can't put enough parachutes on top of it to slow it down. All right, hold on. What do we got? All right. Sorry, I'm trying to stay on top of everything. You're a funny guy. Mrs. Linecross is going to kill me. Could you repeat that? Nice. Stay plugged in.
Random question for an ex-tanker. Why do we not drop them from planes anymore? Also, Sean Connery would be good for an aircraft carrier personality.
Ooh, also Claptrap from Borderlands. I have Borderlands tattoos on my right leg. I need to get me a Claptrap. Could make naval vessels female characters given culture of sailors always calling ships a she. But I'd have to be very specific on which one. Buff is the old guy, but when's Herc gonna show? I have narrowed down Herc's persona. I have narrowed it down. I'm just waiting for the right news article to introduce the Herc. I have it. I know exactly what it's going to be. I don't want to give you guys any hints. I know what the character is going to be, and I think everyone's going to be happy. Tyler Word.
Love the dark humor on this channel. Thanks for the great content. Thumbs up.
Tyler, thank you so much for the support, man. Again, hold on. Let it play.
Buff is the old guy, but when's Hook gonna show?
We're gonna let them all play.
Could make naval vessels as female characters, given the culture of sailors always calling ships a she.
So I want you to know, Tyler, my stuff has always and will always be free, my dude, but I do appreciate the support. It doesn't matter. Like, if you guys, I will never ask you, I'll never say you have to do it, and I try and read as many comments as I possibly can. Right now there's 375 people in here, so I'm trying to go through as fast as I can. But I do want to make sure that when people do, spend a little extra money, that I recognize them and I answer their questions. So it's just trying to stay on top of that as well, guys. I apologize. Personality for aircraft carrier. Let's see if you're cool. Of course I'm serious, and don't call me Shirley. From Airplane. I'm familiar. It's AC-130. Yeah, that's the character that I got up in the brain.
For aircraft carrier. Let's see if you are cool. Of course I am serious, and don't call me Shirley.
Surely you can't be serious. I have fucking, what was his name? Lindsay? No. I can't remember his damn name, but I know, it's from the movie Airplane. Leopard 2 versus T-72 win. Ooh, that's going to be a hard ask for me, my man. I can try. Says HLC. So the only thing wrong with that, like, I love working with other creators, but number one, it's a lot to coordinate it. And number two, it's usually like herding cats, because creatives are very, very, like, go all the time. So, is your content free? Yes, G-Man, I promise you.
Hey youngin, happy birthday to Hobbs. Would love to talk to you in Discord. Also heard you got intercepted, lol. Is your content free?
Fucking 1776, tell you something about that. No, I'm sorry. Yeah. Happy birthday to Hobbs. Would love to talk to you in Discord. Guys, I haven't had any time these last 2 weeks. And it's not like I don't have bad students. They're testing my gangster. I'm just gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna just leave it at that. Are you going to review U.S., Ukrainian, Franken missile defense systems? So someone else asked about that, James. I have it written down. I'm not sure what it is. I do have an idea for a long form that I want to work on.
Hear me out, if you do a quiz you should do BT 7274.
Oh, BT. If I had a deep enough voice, I would love to do BT. Protocol 3, protect the pilot. You guys know, like, I'm a Titanfall fucking junkie. Hold on. Let me back up. I don't know if you'll even be able to see it on the camera. Hold on. I don't know if you can see that. Oh. Says Protocol 3 on my leg.
The US, Ukrainian Franken missile air defense system?
Leslie, that was his name, Davis. Oh, so I'm trying to stay on top of that. How far back do they... Hold on. That was you, Mount Mojo? Typical Army. Hey, HLC, what's the grant for the Navy? Like B-52, but I'm going to be honest, USS Texas would be a good choice. It'd be funny to see a story time told by Texas of 1944 D-Day. I wouldn't be opposed to it, but I don't want to... So, when it comes to my characters, I want to make sure everybody gets excited about the character I've created for their job or what they like, you know. And I get a lot of people that want, like, more characters that are similar to the F-22. And I realize, like, if I do that, then it makes the F-22 less special of a character. Like, if I create a whole lot of old ones, then it might make buff. So if I can find a way to create a different version of an old head character, absolutely. Absolutely. That's just for me to figure out, I guess. We need to see J-20 meets F-22. But to blow everyone's mind, they fall in love. You know, I'm not opposed to that, Rob. I'm not opposed to it. Rob, do me a favor.
I was actually talking about one of your more long-form videos, for Frankenstein. I would love to hear your thoughts on it from an air defender POV.
I'll take a look, Mount Mojo.
We need to see a J-20 meets the F-22, but to blow everyone's mind, they fall in love.
Kyle also asks, when do I start warrant school? February. I'll be in school in February. So that's why between when this class graduates and I ship off to school, I'm getting everything ready for that. I'm recording the content, the stuff I'm doing with Mrs. HLC, and just getting it all ready to go. Rob, no, it wasn't Rob. Sorry. Sorry, there was something else I was going to answer. There's been a ton of training flyovers in Darko the last 3 days. I don't know if they're training, man. So, my only issue with doing the C5 Galaxy is, yes, like Warrant Officer Nice Guy Brady, is...
When do you start warrant school? Love your work. There has been a ton of training flyovers in Darko the last 3 days.
Yes, thank you guys. I do want to talk about Aegis. I want to do a long form about Aegis. I have a couple other long form videos that are stuck in my brain right now. Sorry, hold on. I'm being scorned by Mrs. HLC. Good afternoon. Can't believe you used to deploy the advanced treat candy missile system during hell. Oh, I saw that. They do that here at Fort Sill. It was actually, I talked to the guy who built that thing, who designed it. I have to go. The cars are getting loud. F-14, you good, bro? No, the first year they did it with the HIMARS, where they fired candy out of the HIMARS, it was pretty rough. They've kind of mastered the system now. But not scolded. You look great with the new lights. Yes, Mrs. HLC is going to say I look phenomenal with the new lights, because guess who was responsible for the new lighting, ladies and gentlemen?
Can't believe the US deployed the advanced treat candy missile system during Halloween against trick-or-treaters.
Requiem Jr., I'm sorry, I was just reading your comment. I don't have bad students, and then I paused. He's like, I work with kids. I understand that pause better than anybody else, man. Like, yep. They fired candy out of a HIMARS. Wouldn't that damage the candy? So they have like a little air cannon in the back. They just like, they have empty canisters, so it's just pretty much a tube. And then they point it over like an area of the grass, and they just kind of like pull a handle on an air compressor, and they just shoot out some candy. That's all it is. Turkey's updated M60 patent tanks are showing up at their borders to do... They're going on the Middle East. Are they any good? I mean, the M60 patent, just like the M4 or F4 Phantom, were great weapons for the time. Wolfram says the makeup is good too. Just discovered your channel this week, and I've already watched every single one of your green screen videos. Thank you very much, C Nasif. I think that's I say that right. How's everyone today? I'm exhausted. Just some finishing powder to keep the shiny face under control. She's sitting down there on the couch right now. She's downstairs on the couch, just clickety click click click. She's, and then I'll come down and she'll scorn me about something else. You missed a super chat. You missed a this. You missed a that. Like it's. Miss HLC, I can tell it's well done. M60 was good for what it was built for. Yeah, absolutely, Supernova. Love your content, bro. Amazing work you have. Hope you've had a great day. I've had a busy day, Kenny, but it wasn't as long as it could have been. So I got to come home a little bit early, which is nice. Good evening from Ukraine. Finally catch you live. I have a small story to tell. Oh, Ukrainian nomad. What do you got, my main dude? You like the kid's relationship with Buff? I'm glad that I'm creating that. Waiting for a flying shoe. Let's answer the internet question. How many holes does a straw have? One. That's all it has is one. And don't do that to me right now. Okay? Don't do that to me. All right, I'm looking for where did he go? I'm trying to. It's chat's going real quick, so I'm trying to find the Ukrainian guy again. You made him look very pretty, Mrs. HLC. She did. Rob Castle, do me a favor. I need you also to shoot me a DM on Discord. Shoot me a DM. Don't worry about it. Just shoot me a DM and let me know it's you. We'll go from there. 100% political. Talking about me? Or what's going on over there? I'm sorry, what? None bright? I'm trying to find out exactly. Do we have a? I can't tell, but do we have a hater? Oh, sorry. Hey, an Aussie here. Love your videos, but let me try to do it in an Aussie accent. Hey, Aussie here. Love your videos. I gotta hear myself, sorry. Been watching your content a while. Have you heard of the Great Emu War? If so, what's your take on it? I hope that wasn't too bad of an Aussie accent.
Hey, an Aussie here. I love your videos, and been watching your content a while. Have you heard of the Great Emu War? If so, what is your take on it?
I don't know enough about it to make. I mean, obviously, I know the joke that that Australia lost a war against emus, but like what I know is a little bit more than that. Is that it was just like 3 guys with machine guns out there, and they just couldn't kill enough of them to make an impact. So they built a giant fence, which is still there to this day. That's pretty much what I know about the Emu War. Grandpa Buff needs to have a PTSD episode. I'm down. I'm so happy. So I'm hoping to go back down there soon. I'm hoping to go back down to the Unsubscribed podcast soon. And I have a certain friend of mine named, his name might rhyme with the Schmat Fission. And
Grandpa Buff needs to have a PTSD episode.
Zach Brown goes, oh.
I'm so happy they had you on the Unsubscribe podcast.
Yeah, hoping to get back down there with a friend of mine whose name rhymes with the Schmat Fission. Yeah. I don't have a Discord account. There you go, buddy. Hold on. Wait. Rob, do you not have a Discord? Rob, if you don't have a Discord, just go ahead and email me at my my business email, which is in all the bios, all my stuff. Just email me there, and I will get back with you. I promise, man. I'm trying to stay up with everything. Is Fort Sill more air defense or artillery now? Haven't been down there. So, sorry, I'm not trying to burp on you guys. I'm just drinking margaritas. I've had 2 margaritas. What does that mean I'm going to do to my wife later? Disappoint. All right. No, so, it's more field artillery still because, so you have the training, which is 434 field artillery, I think, and then you got the training 80A, which is 30th Brigade, and then you got 75th Fires.
Rob Castle, I don't have a Discord account. There you go, buddy.
Sorry about that, guys. I'm trying to read through.
Is FT Sill more air defense or artillery now? I haven't been down there in about 5 years.
Yeah, so I guess it's getting more even, but it's still more field artillery. Rob with another 50. Do not have a discount account. Don't worry about payback. Your content is enough to satisfy me. Thank you for your time. Are you sure, Rob? Like, I want to send you some free shit, man. Like, you're in here a lot. You're constantly supporting, and you're putting Knox through charm school.
Would you intercept me? I'd intercept me.
You hear that, fat boy?
I do not have a Discord account. Sorry. Do not worry about payback. Your content is enough to satisfy me. Thank you for your time.
Rob, the wife has spoken. I would love to send you something. See, there we go. See, there you go. The Mrs. HLC, she's got you covered. HLC is satisfying. We all heard it here. Knox the dog. He's like got his chin resting on my leg. I still don't want him to lick me because he was still aggressively. There's an F-22 voiceover. Yes, I was like, I'm gonna put a variation for like $50 and more, and I was like, I don't think anyone will ever hit it, but it'll be cool if somebody ever does. Now I need more variations. Holy shit, G-Man with another hundo coming in. All right, I gotta go. Have a good night, guys. Love you all. Hey, G-Man, thank you so much for being here. G-Man's email me too. Jesus, if you don't got a Discord, email me too. Fuck, man, that's like $250 in here tonight just from G-Man alone, and Rob. Guys, I'm humbled. Like, I want you to know, it doesn't matter if you give large amounts or don't, right? Like, I'm humbled that I can make this many of you happy. Like, that's the only thing. I understand that the number of subscribers and followers you have means nothing. I know that. I'm fully aware of that. Like, no one talks about brave men and the number of subscribers that they have. But, like, for me, that number only matters just because that's the number of people that I get to affect every single day. That's the number of people that they can see my content and I put a smile on their face and I can make the world disappear for just a couple of minutes. Those are the comments that I really fucking cherish, is when somebody's like, you know, hey, man, I was having a real rough day and this helped me out a lot. Like, that is the best reward in the world for me.
Would you intercept me? I'd intercept me.
All right, I got to go. Have a good night, guys. Love
G-Man.
you all.
G-Man goes bank account, go burr. Jesus. That's what it is. I stir up arguments because G-Man or Robert Castles or Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk in secret. I would be flattered. Is the M270 MLRS basically a double XP HIMARS? It kind of is. My phone just went beep, so I'm waiting for the text to come through from Mrs. HLC that I did something wrong. Jennings Thomas JRTC cadet first class. Unfortunately, I have PTSD due to a very traumatic
Is
childhood.
the M270 MLRS basically just a double XP HIMARS?
Patrick the Brave, a few of the subscribers.
Bank account go burr.
So Jennings, our JRTC first class, cadet first class, cope with your PTSD, it helps. Honestly, man, I love that stuff. I love, like, not PTSD, obviously. Spicy nostalgia is not fun. I feel you there. But, I know, so, do you guys know, like, why I started, I mean, I don't think I've ever made, like, a long-form video about it, but, like, why I started doing content. If you haven't, just let me know, and I can explain it again. It's not a big deal, but I just wasn't sure how much of you know. Do I want an ice cream fish? Absolutely, Mrs. HLC. Yeah, Isengarde, I have no idea what happened to that nuclear reactor. It was really weird. Are those Cayman margaritas any good? Yeah, they make some sugar-free ones that are pretty good too. But these things, I mean, you guys can say what you want to. Now I drink what tastes good, and like it's all about comfort at my age. Like if I'm outside drinking a Cayman Jack margarita wearing a sundress mowing the yard, it's because I'm comfortable and I don't give a shit anymore. Let me see here. M270 is the daddy. It really is the daddy of the HIMARS. How do I feel having money? How do I feel having money shoved down your throat? It's still very strange to me. I don't fully understand it. Semper Fi, Army guy, best chow I ever had. Oh, that's Mrs. Linecrosser. Hold on. Hang on.
You don't need to be humbled. Though with those earphones you look a bit bloated.
I love you. So, hold on.
Semper Fi, Army guy. Best chow I ever had was on Army base. Get that secondary schooling done. I am saving you a seat at the cool kids table.
That's what I'm talking about, Joe Schmuckatelli. Rob Castle with another 20.
How do it feel having money shoved down your throat?
Rob Castles. You don't need to be humbled, though. With those earphones, you look a bit bloated. That's fair. This is an ice cream fish. We found them at the little Korean store. They're like ice cream and strawberry. They're phenomenal. They're delicious.
F16 showing F22 the ropes of being a badass.
He might be. Oh, there's some ice in there. Sorry. It's just like a little waffle fish. And it... They're really good. Air Force defects are the best food, man. Those are amazing. Yes, Navis knows. Sorry. Did anyone say that they didn't know? It's Mrs. Linecrosser again. Hopefully I get a kiss this time. I got one!
You have become something I look forward to in the week. Your content has more than once turned my day around. Thank you.
Alright, sorry about that. What did I miss? Zachary Macadam, you've been something I look forward to in the week. Your content has more than once turned my day around. Thank you. Zachary, honestly, man, that's why I do it. Okay, so let me let it play for Logan here.
Your baby sister's boat finally got lib and we're out drinking.
That's what I'm talking about, Logan. Have a good one, homie. Take care of her. She acts stupid sometimes. So, the reason why I started content, for those of you who may not know, there's 329 of you in here, is when I got back from my last deployment, I didn't, holy shit, Zet and Flames coming in with 50. So, as a Swede, what's your thoughts on the Gripen? Interested in hearing what you actually Army guys think. I need to do some more homework into the Gripen. I've heard good things about it, but I don't know enough details about it to make a decision. For Mrs. HLC, Tyler Word thrown in. All right, I'll make sure Mrs. HLC gets that. But it's going to be tucked into my waistband. Anyways. So, 2016, the whole year, I was deployed. Right? It was just an air defense deployment, Patriot. I was over there, pulling security, watching a country. Let's make up one called Iran. All right? That's not a real country. And, I will never publicly say anything bad about the woman, but my ex-wife and I, we grew apart, right? We grew apart. We'll go with that. Let's let this play.
As a Swed, what's your thoughts on the JAS 39 Gripen? Interested in hearing what an actual Army guy thinks.
I may feature the Gripen at some point in time.
For Mrs. HLC.
So, me and my ex-wife, we grew apart. She left, and I came home to nothing. I remember we came home, we were at Reinhardt Gym here on Fort Sill. Everyone ran to their families, everybody's crying, hugging, and stuff like that after we've been gone for a year. I looked around, and there was nobody there for me. And I ain't gonna lie to you, that hurt a lot. A little part of me kind of hoped that somebody would be there, but I knew nobody was. And I went to go home, and I was just gonna get a cab because I didn't want to bother anybody. We'd all just gotten home. I was like, I'll get a cab to go home because I didn't even have a ride to my house. And a friend of mine, James Dean McCraw, that's his full name, James Dean McCraw. He let me borrow his little car, and he's like, "Here, man, go ahead and take it, so you can get home." And I went to go home, and I walked in through the front door of my house, and it was 54 degrees, and I had no power inside my house. And that was a hard pill to swallow. That was real painful. And around that time, I made my first funny video, and I wanted to be told I was great. I wanted to be told that I was amazing, and to make myself feel better. But what I figured out very quickly is what I was doing was, and it took me about 2 weeks to figure out, is when I make other people laugh, when I make you guys smile, everything fades away. If you're having marital issues, you forget about them for a couple seconds. If you're having financial issues, which a lot of America is, you forget about those for a couple seconds. I can literally set thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions of people free by just making them laugh. I can't do it permanently, but I can at least do it for a couple of seconds here and there. And that's why I do what I do. So, in case you guys were wondering, that's why I do what I do. It's okay, Zachary. I wish her the best in her future endeavors. Again, at this point in my life, if she hasn't seen my content and hasn't seen the great success that I've run into in my life, then that's her prerogative. But I love what I do, and I love being able to make so many of you happy. You guys are watching me at a fucking pub? Jesus Christ. Mrs. HLC, my little sister, is in trouble. She's watching us me at a pub. I better not be on like a big TV. That's what I'm saying. If I'm on a big TV, I'm going to start, let's get my channel banned. Let's start. What do I... Knox is fat. He's laying over there. Rain is laying on the floor. She is licking her paw. Yes. Hold on. Hope the F-22 gets to go back. So I do want to make a long-form video about why we fight to lose.
Hope the F-22 gets to go back and prove his point against the Typhoon and FA-50. We all know those combat exercises were bullshit. Love your content, man. Always a good day when you post.
Thank you so much, Zach. I appreciate it, man. This is the truth. I can be having a horrible day. That's it, TS, man.
Had a little more in my paycheck this month, so I thought I'd send some appreciation. Your videos have helped me keep up to date on the news without my mental health spiraling. Teach me a ton, too.
Hold on. Did I miss that one?
Just finished Mel Brooks' autobiography. Did you know he was at Fort Sill during World War II? Went on to Europe as EOD and talks about checking toilets for traps.
Zale Manix, thank you so much. I'm trying to read through all these.
20 thinking about joining the CF. What career path would you suggest to an essentially blank slate? I like guns, cars and computers. What do I do? I love your content. You make geopolitics hilarious.
Thank you so much, Zachary. Let me see. Hold on. Oh my god, there's so much going on.
In regards to the rash of war thunder leaks, do you worry about Patriot information becoming leaked in exchange for internet clout by underdeveloped private mad about Russian spy in the game?
Zach, I would say no, because I have tried to teach privates this job, and I have an eidetic memory for numbers, so they all stick with me. They lose that shit like that. They don't know the numbers. And this job is pretty easy, so a lot of it's just button mashing. Zachary, for joining the CAF, I know there's something Air Force. I'm assuming that's Canadian Air Force. I'm fucking sorry, took me a minute. I think it's Canadian. Fucking hope so. Like guns, cars, and computers. What do I do? I love your content. Make geopolitics hilarious. Let me see. I would find whatever motivates you. I guess that's the easiest way to look at it, right? Like you like cars, guns, and computers. That is pretty much the trifecta of that is the military. Computers is a large portion of it, guns is a large portion of it, and vehicle maintenance is another large portion of it. So for you, find something that sounds cool. But here's the thing. What you're going to do is you're going to find something that sounds cool. You're going to show up and you're going to find out it's not cool. And it's just the military in general. But when you find out it's not cool, you have to lie to yourself and trick your brain that it is cool. Like air defense, right? I always made myself, like for a long time, I made myself think air defense was cool. When a lot of other people don't. And what that made me feel, and what that made me do, is I wanted to go learn my job better because I thought this shit was cool. So now I'm like a savant. I'm like fucking Rain Man in this bitch. And it's just because I actually gave a shit. That's all you gotta do, man. Just give a shit. Hey, it's Zach Gang. Happy Friday, everyone. Tell you and Mrs. HLC, thanks always. Zachary, you're very welcome.
Hey, it's Zach Gang. Happy Friday, everyone. All the love to you and Mrs. HLC. Thanks always.
Oh, Zachary says Canadian Armed Forces. My bad. The battles you don't speak about are the ones you'll win. Are you talking in regards to my more recent video? The one where I was talking about explaining why? I mean, honestly, probably the title of my next video, long form video, is going to be like, if America's military is so good, why do we always lose fucking war games? And I'm going to figure it out there. Zach Brown coming in. Zach Gang. Ever play Missile Defense? Hold on. I was reading that. Ever play Atari Missile Command coin op at the mini golf? Sure. I mean, I probably did years ago. I just can't remember it. Can we get a video of Marines figuring out Army and Navy are as parents? It's actually not a half bad idea. That's pretty funny, Chunky. It's pretty funny. I could probably make that pretty funny. I was having a really bad PTSD when one of your country green screen videos came up. Knocked me out of the spiral. Thank you so much. Chris, thank you, man. Honestly, I love doing that for you guys. Do you say Twitch or no? So buy my K2. I used to.
Zach Gang going B B B B B B B B R R R R R R R R R R T T T T T T T. I was having a really bad PTSD day when one of your country green screen videos came up. Knocked me right out of the spiral. Thank you so much.
I'm happy I could oblige, my dude. Buy my K2 says Twitch or no. I used to have a Twitch. It's still there. I just haven't closed it down yet. I used to really, I spent years on Twitch, but I never grew. There was no growth in anything that I did. I came over here to YouTube and boom, I've experienced exponential growth. Have I played any Paradox games? No. You know what I am looking forward to, though? Avatar, Frontiers of Pandora. So I was looking forward to the day before, and then they told me it's PvEVP. Means when you're out there in the world, you're fighting zombies, but there's also players that can come and hunt you down. Look, man, I don't have enough time to play video games so that I can compete with those goddamn kids. So, for me, no thanks. I'll stick with PvE. I can turn down the settings and make it easier on myself. Greetings from west-southwest of Fort Lost in the Woods. Here's more from the Zach Gang. What would the Iowa class sound like to you? I gotta think of a good character. Ooh! I think I got a good one. That dude from Atlantis? Was that the movie? The cartoon movie with Milo and all them, right? Like the guy who's like, little primers, and like the guy who, like the explosives guy. That's what I think an Iowa class would sound like.
Can we get a long form video on Grandpa Buff?
I could do that, Sam. I could probably eventually. It's time. Time is what I'm struggling with.
Greetings from west-southwest of Fort Lost in the Woods. Here's more from the Zach Gang. What would the Iowa class sound like to you? Have a good weekend.
None Bright goes opinion on the USS Kitty Hawk. And the reason that comment stuck out to me is because my older brother is, he just retired. in the Navy, and he was stationed for a short period of time before they shut her down on the USS Kitty Hawk. He might have missed it by a few months, or he might have been there and just didn't remember it. But when Patriot shot down the F-18 pilot, Lieutenant White, God rest his soul, that night he had taken off from the flight deck of the USS Kitty Hawk, which is the boat my brother was either about to be on or was already on during that time. And I'm a Patriot guy, and Patriot shot down that plane. So I think it's really kind of cool that I mean, you can draw that line there. What is my opinion on unmanned aircraft? They're becoming very readily available for a lot of people, but Uncle Sam always has a few tricks up our sleeve. Things like the SLAM, the FS lids, the you see directed energy maneuver short range air defense. We got what's the other one? The Coyote. Yeah, we got a lot of systems coming online to deal with those things. I call Snoop for Texas. I can't do a good Snoop voice. Is the AC-130 character in the HLC Air Circus? Yes, I do. I have the AC-130 up here. I have it. I threw it around for a while because it's such an iconic aircraft. It deserves an iconic character. So I got it up here. I don't know when I'm going to use it, but I have it. And I'm looking for a good opportunity to use the C-130 or the AC-130. Find a cure for cardboard drones yet? Yeah, my radars, because they're not maybe the lowest bidder. No, I mean, honestly, I've never tried to detect cardboard with my drone or with my system, but I'm pretty sure we could. Do I play Hunter in Destiny? So I haven't played Destiny in a long time. The last time I played it, I was a Titan. When am I getting a plushie of the F-22? So a few people have asked for plushies. I don't think my merch guy does plushies. I haven't really asked him. I've just been dragging my feet. Joel, hold on, what did she say? You're always welcome here. Who's Joel? What? Who are you inviting here? Who's Joel, and why are they always welcome here? I'm trying to pay attention. Man, I gotta stop drinking so much. Some rivet joint love? I'm not familiar with that, Robert. Titan means unite. There's a Hunter in D2 with your name. Really? Habitual line crosser? I don't have it trademarked. I'm not worried about it. Titan, everyone's least. I'm not super into it. It's just the most balanced one. I missed this comment. I'm sorry, Mrs. HLC. She's going to beat me later. I'm going to get a text message right now. She's going to be like, you need to shut down your stream, come downstairs, and you're getting an ass whooping. Drink more so you don't care. Am I a 14 Tango? No, Vinden 5? I'm a 14 Echo. Hold on. And she can invite anyone she wants. She's the boss. You know, that's fair, Wolfram. That is absolutely fair. Hey, what is going on, Sog Voodoo? I wish you guys the best over there, man. I wish things weren't happening the way they are, but I'm hoping for a swift and peaceful end to things over there. We'll just go with that. Screw drink more with me, Zach. Zach Brown over here talking about fucking little bit chicken fried. Fucking hell yeah. Chingasos, she's giving me all the chingasos. There's a lot of Zachs in here tonight. There's a lot. Like, this is the Zach attack tonight. That's what I'm getting. There's a lot of Zachs. Was a 15 Echo here, now 15 Tango. Oh, so fucking Brady, your Black Hawk crew chief? Something? 15 series is aviation. That's all I know. Was a 14 Mike back in the day, MadPad all day. Ooh.
Screw it. Drink more with me. Zach Gang.
Oh, man. Do you see the Australian Loyal Wingman drone actually taking off and becoming extensively used? You're talking about the little cardboard one? Absolutely. I mean, it's cheap, easy to produce. We the United States don't often use shit like that. We're very specific with ours. Oh, and here's a text from Mrs. Linecrosser. I can't see it right now because all her other texts are blocking up my watch. So let's go ahead and open things. I got a really Bjerps.
You are fucking awesome.
Vinden, thank you so much, man. Oh.
How do I find you on Discord? Plus do like I do with students, throw keys at them lol. Smiley face.
Schultz, just type ! Discord in the chat right now and you will get a link to the Discord. And then just go through that process. I'll be honest with you guys, I've been so busy all week, I checked the Discord like twice. Mrs. HLC typed it. Did it come in? It did! Oh my god, Mrs. HLC is actually like modding. Look at you go, young lady. So cute. So cute. How long have I been at SIL? This time around, almost 2 years. Last time, like 5 years. Let me see. Is the F-22, F-35B2 scary? If so, how scary is it from an air defender's point of view? I apologize, you've been asked this many times. No, it's okay, hydrocarbon. Hold on.
How long have you been at SIL?
Now it's going to play yours, hydrocarbon. Because it doesn't like tandem. I don't know why it does that. No? Okay. Any stealth aircraft is nerve-wracking in my job. It is. However, when the United States moves into an area, we have a really good habit of saturating airspace with sensors. Now, the way... How do I not go to jail right now? Stealth measurements. We'll let it go.
Is the F-22/F-35/B2 scary? If so, how scary is it from a air defender's point of view? I apologize if you have been asked this a million times.
You're good. Indigo Montoya, I'm a 14 Echo. So, when you assess an aircraft for stealth ability and reduction in radar cross-section, it's done usually from 1 or 2 points of view, like the front left, front right, and dead on, right? But if you saturate an area with air defense systems, especially when you have something like the Su-57, which is pretty much, it's a stealth delta wing. That's pretty much what it is, right? You have a huge radar cross-section depending on which direction those beams are bouncing off of. And if anyone goes like, well, what if it's flying at a couple hundred miles an hour, or maybe even over 1,000 miles an hour, Mach 2 or whatever. And I mean, really, how are you going to bounce stuff off of that and back in time? It's like, okay, well, radiation beams move at 300,000 kilometers a second. Welcome to light speed. Congratulations. Anyways, so from different angles, things are a lot less stealth. So I hope that makes sense. Luckily, in the United States, when we move into an area, we saturate it with sensors. There's everything in their mother is looking at stuff there. It is reduced visibility. That's fair. See, you are absolutely correct. The Su-57 Felon is reduced visibility. It is not an actual stealth. But here's the thing. The standards for stealth change. So like 30, 40 years ago in the US, the Su-57 may have been a stealth aircraft. It's just we don't consider it stealth now. We have classified it as reduced visibility. Indigo goes, the dude stealing your shtick. So to be fair, there are a couple people out there that were actually kind of doing it before me. And I have no beef with these guys. So like Fundum BB and it's like Tactical Wendigo. They were both doing it around the same time. Or I know Fundum was doing it like a little bit before me. And we all don't really mess with each other's style. Like Fundum BB, he actually uses like audio overlays. That's not the way I do it. And the Tactical Wendigo, his jokes are a little bit longer and a little more drawn out. So it's just, we all have our own ways of doing it. It's okay. It's not a big deal. J20's reduced visibility. Is it, Navis? I haven't checked it. It's a felon on how bad it is. Can the C-130's voice be Arnold? No. I tell you what, if you guys were able to guess tonight who the C-130 is, I'd tell you. I'd tell you straight up, but I don't think you will. Does the U.S. have any portable LR OTH radar? I'm not familiar with the LR OTH radar. I'm not... Long range over the horizon? Is that what you're getting at? Like a tropo shot? Yeah, like... Keep in mind, Patriot's unclassified range is 100 miles. Aegis's unclassified range, again, I have an eidetic memory for numbers, is 360 kilometers. THAAD's unclassified range is 2,900 miles. So if THAAD's going, we can see a long way. Love your content. Was curious if you talk about how our sensors avoid being detected by IDF or TTPs to mitigate that detection. I'm new to the ADA world. So, hold on. Revelations, you're asking me a very... Anytime you mention TTPs, that's going to be classified in my neck of the woods. Trying to see if there's a way that I can at least answer at least part of this question, because I do want to give you honest feedback, but that one's going to bug me. We shoot down their missiles before they're able to hit our radars. Patriot can, in fact, shoot down anti-radiation missiles that are fired off of aircraft at it. That's a thing. There we go. We'll go with that. That is, I guess, the best I can possibly do. Owen Wilson. Damn, Mitch got it. First fucking guess. I did not see that one coming.
Love your content. Was curious if you could talk about how our sensors avoid being detected by IDF or TTPs to mitigate that detection. I'm new to the ADA world.
We do more stuff, Navy Enterprise, CVN 65. I know the Enterprise has a long history. I don't know. John Wayne, the 130 would be the Duke. I considered John Wayne. I did. But yeah, fucking Mitch got it. Really, I did not see that one coming. Yeah, Dirty Harry. Again, just don't have a reason to use it yet. But yeah, he got it first fucking guess. Mitch, goddamn. I'm impressed. Great minds think alike. And also, it kind of gives it away when you find out that the 105 on the side of the AC-130 is the largest caliber round that is used in any combat aircraft in the world, like right now, today. So, that's fair. Yep, C-130's Dirty Harry. No, C-130's from 1956. He's old like Buff. Uncle Herc. I'm sorry, Wolfram. Program manager for THAAD back in the day. Literally spent my days after school sitting in his office. You probably know a few things you're not supposed to know, JP.
You fat electrician and angry cops walk into your classroom all drunk. What happens? Is Fort Polk really where dreams go to die?
That's where mine died. I don't know about anybody else. Fuck. Sorry, I wasn't prepared for that. I would like had the fat electrician and fucking angry cops joke lined up, but that one threw me off. Okay, so all three of us walk in drunk. What happens? I start possibly making jokes out of everything I can. I get thrown out to the principal's office. The fat electrician pays intimate attention as long as it is something to do with history, and angry cops fist fights the plant that's in the corner. That's going to be my guess for all three, and we'll see where that goes. I don't know why. I honestly, fucking Angry Cop's a good dude. I don't think he would ever fight a houseplant, but that was just the first thing popped into my head is he's fighting a houseplant. 88 millimeter flat gun. What about trumpet? All that leaked out of my brain in Wobik. In your Wobik? Oh shit! I'm hoping I make it, man. I go to walks in next year. Stop bumping your mic. It sends a weird boom. I'm sorry. That was childish of me. I shouldn't have done that. I'm gonna get fucking scorned. She's gonna come up here and yell at me. Okay. Can I talk about how flares work? Okay. So. All right. Yeah, I can talk about how flares work, I think. So the way a flare works is you usually have a thermal guided interceptor of some kind, right? So stingers are thermal guided, things are thermal guided. Now, it isn't necessarily trying to like, hey, I threw a flare out this way and it's going to follow it. No. What best case scenario is the flares actually fall kind of, they look like they're coming from the engine. So a thermal guided weapon will track the hottest thing that it finds, which is why you don't point thermal guided weapons at the sun. That's a real thing. That's a true thing that I was told from somebody who fires stingers. Okay. It'll track the hottest thing. Now, flares burn at 5,000 degrees, give or take, and an engine is only 3,000 degrees. So the thought process being, you pop flares, it is hot enough to convince that the engine moved to the right or to the left. That's the purpose of flares. Rob Castle, no idea what to ask here. I'll just say hi and brrr. The boom. 2024 is only 2 months away. EU, I know. No, we're not getting 2024 next year. We're getting 2023 version 2.0. Why speak like Yoda to you? Hold on. Can you spoof any old AIM-9 with the sun? I don't think you can spoof an AIM-9 with the sun because usually you have to point it in the right direction. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. Can I do a long-form video breaking down what you can talk about with the Iraq air campaign? I'm talking about in 2003 or 1991, both of which were pretty impressive. The forbidden heat signature.
No idea what to ask here, so I will just say hi. And be I'm
gonna go into I'm gonna go into work on Monday, and I'm gonna call the sun the forbidden heat signature in front of the guy who fires stingers, and I bet he'll find it absolutely hilarious. I bet he will. Is that like something that's known, or like is that a joke you guys just came up with, or is that like something that's I'm not a stinger guy. Would a suppressed A10 be more or less terrifying? More. Just because...
Heat-seeking tech versus giant space fireball. Spaceballs win.
Heat-seeking tech versus giant space fireball. Spaceballs win. Let me see. I'm sorry. I'm trying to read through things. It can and it has been done. Oh. Yo, Woodsy, I have no idea.
Are you allowed to do consulting work for DoD contractors while being active duty?
Sometimes. If it goes through the ACM, the Army Capabilities Manager, so like when I was at White Sands, we worked directly for the ACM, the Army Capabilities Manager, and we would work with Northrop Grumman, Lockheed Martin, and Raytheon when we would develop these new systems. And they didn't like me very much. I had this really bad habit. It's called telling the truth. They hate it when you do that. God, that irritates multi-billion-dollar Fortune 500 companies. I really hate when you tell the truth. Suppress A10. How do you suppress supersonic shells? The shells, the Galway fly supersonic, don't they? They do. You can put a suppressor on a supersonic shell. Just probably won't work as well. What is the cost for the Patriot system? As I'm tracking, from what I understand, it is currently $1 billion. But before anyone's like, that's expensive, you got to understand what you're getting. You're getting an ECS, a BCP, engagement control station, battery command post, an antenna mast group, an electric power plant, a radar, and probably 6 to 8 launchers with prime movers that can all tow those damn launchers. And you might get some missiles with it. Oh, and by the way, you also get an FSR program of individuals who come out and troubleshoot the system when it breaks. So, like, don't get me wrong, there's some shit we way overspend on. Like, we overspend on a lot of dumb shit. But I know what my Patriot radar is capable of, and the radar alone is like $150 million, give or take, somewhere in there. And that price tag makes sense. I know what it can do. That price tag makes perfect fucking sense. Every part of that price tag, like, yep, nope, I'm here for it.
Good old Ray doesn't like naysayers.
In this case, the customer's right. Did we have a bombing mission in Iraq in '99? Not that I'm aware of. F-22 is the deadliest thing flying currently? Absolutely. Nintendo mask... Antenna mask group. AMG, sorry. Can you put a suppressor on a tank? Oh, they did one. Maybe it was artillery. In World War II, they tried that. Found you on TikTok, then on here on YouTube. Love your work. Keep it up. Green screens, ton of laughs. Thank you so much, Shadow Gunner. I hope I can continue to make you laugh, my dude. Who has the best hand-down radar working today? Hold on. That's not a fair question, Rob. That's not fair. Because that's like saying, what is the best car in the world? Different cars do different things, right? Like, fucking Lotus Elise is a great track car, but put it in a drag race against a Dodge Demon, it's gonna get bodied, right? So, like, that's not a fair question. Because, like, I know America has the best radars. I know that.
Who has the best hands-down radar working today? Found you on TikTok and then here on YouTube. Love your work. Keep it up.
Thank you. That's not...
Screens are a ton of laughs.
That's not fair, Rob. Hold on. Let her Viz keep up the good work. Thank you so much, Zach. Another Zach. Wow, you're familiar with the Israeli airstrike on Iraqi's nuclear reactor. Quite impressive. F-16s. She's a powerful bitch.
I'm familiar with the Israeli airstrike on Iraq's nuclear reactor. It's quite impressive how a few F-16s loaded to the brim were able to pull that off.
Man, they're all coming through now.
Love your vids. Keep up the good work.
So, Rob, I would say... It's... Because I know radar so well, so, like... So Tippy 2, for example, the THAAD radar, really powerful radar, sees really far. Doesn't have omnidirectional ability like you'll get out of a fucking Sentinel, right? But the Sentinel doesn't have the range, and the Sentinel doesn't have the high ability to detect. It also has certain areas of it that have no ability to detect threats at all. I'm not going to talk about that, but it's entirely based off of dive altitude and calculation. But then, right? A Sentinel. Hold on.
Updates on the plane models? Videos building them?
They are still in the boxes. I have had zero time. I'm just trying to reconfigure this. I want to get to them. I need to do them. I just haven't had time. I haven't even read half of the books I have. But anyways, so a Sentinel has a higher ability to detect cruise missiles than a Tippy 2 does. Well, Tippy 2 doesn't even have a cruise missile detect capability. It doesn't even have a fucking beam for it. But then Patriot's right in that middle ground. But then, you got things like SBX and Aegis is really just IBCS on board boats, and they can fire off of each other and see off each other's shit. Rob, that question fucked me up far more than I should have let it. That was not okay. For mentioning a Lotus, you got another British accent past Jim Clark and our 1965 and 500 be with you. Five Merc. I don't know how to say that. Five Merc. Thank you so much. Bro, love to see your tism come out. It comes to radar. I'd be happy to see someone else go full tism. Bro, that's all I was doing. Like, when he said that, like, I don't know if that happens to y'all, right? So, like, I mean, I tell everybody, I'll let it play, hold on.
HRC, for mentioning Lotus, you get another British accent pass. Jim Clark and our 1965 Indy 500 win be with you.
Is it gonna play the next one? Yeah, no, like, fucking, man, I was straight down the rabbit hole. So I tell everybody, no matter what you do in this life, be amazing at it. Be good at whatever it is you do. Just be fucking good at it, right? Like, I don't understand when I have people that I work with that show up to half-ass. I don't get it.
Bro. Love to see your tism come out when it comes to radar lol. Eli would be happy to see someone else go full tism.
And, but yeah, I don't know if anyone has ever asked you a question and your brain just, like, it derails because you know so much. I don't know if you guys know that feeling, but it hurts. Don't give LCS that much credit. Miss HLC, put him on some decaf. She should. I'm gonna come give her some. Never mind. How excited am I for walks? Honestly, Brady, I'm nervous as hell. So, like, this is the thing. I will always be nervous when it comes to, like, the future of my career. I will always be nervous, but I'm motivated to get through it. Like, I can almost do anything to myself for 5 weeks. As long as my body doesn't give out, I will make it. But I'm kind of an older guy, so we'll see what I can make happen, right? I've never been a quitter. When I was in basic training, I looked for a reason to quit. I did. I can remember, like, only people in the military understand this. I have been, like, praying, like, carrying a bag. It's raining. It's fucking cold. It's miserable. And I'm, like, carrying a ruck, and I'm just rucking. And I'm just like, I hope my knee blows out. I hope, like, my ankle shatters. I hope the next step I take, my entire pelvis just breaks and I start bleeding internally from my femoral artery. Like, only people in the military really understand that mentality, because, like, you're not going to quit. Like, that's not what we do, right? Like, we don't quit. But I really hope something breaks so I have a reason to stop. Like, that's, I don't know. I think that's a weird thing about the military, but yeah. Let me see. That brain derailment is me with tanks. Too much info. Not enough words to articulate the knowledge. Yeah, bro. Some of y'all old tank heads, especially like the Mike Golfs and Master Gunners, they go straight down the rabbit hole, man. Cool. I did not miss this. You sure it's not brain cells dying after hearing Karen's? It might be. My stream is making the War Thunder grind better. Best of luck to you, Nun. I would pick back up War Thunder. I don't have any damn time. The hardest part was getting your packet in, Blue Jay. I hope so, man. I'm a driven individual. I don't quit. Like, this is the thing. I know I have to pass the ruck. I know I have to pass the PT test.
That brain derailment is me with tanks. Too much.
Sorry, my
info,
camera
not
just
enough
died
words
for some
to
reason.
articulate the knowledge in a way non-tank heads understand.
Hold on. I gotta fix my camera. I was in the middle of talking and I literally heard, like, power off in my left ear, and I was like, where the fuck was that from? And then I looked up and my camera was losing its damn mind. With no RE, what's scarier, the Marines, Army, or Air Force? Air Force. Don't get me wrong. I love my Marines. I love them. I love the Marines, right? Like, they have a special place in my heart, right? Hold on. Richard M.
Decaf is like alcohol-free beer. It's taking the one good thing out of drinking it.
It's like getting your grandmother a boob job.
With no row, what's scarier? Marines, Army, or Air Force?
And this is why the Air Force is the scariest. They have one part of the nuclear triad. They have one. The Navy has two parts of the nuclear. Wait, nope, I'm a liar. The Air Force has two. The Navy has one. Yeah, two parts of the nuclear triad. They can fire from ground and they can fire from air. So they have two different types of nukes. Decaf is like alcohol-free beer. Yeah, you know, it's like buying a boob job for your grandmother. I'm sorry, guys. It died. The hard work in the camera dies. Fucking technology. Bro, you ain't wrong. You love my country videos, Big Dragon? I appreciate it, man. I'm glad you guys are here. Blaming Richard Foster for the Third World War. Air defense is cool. This is the thing, total of 5. Not a lot of people who are in the Army think so. Like, I want to be... So, I'm an instructor, right? I teach at a non-commissioned officer academy. I teach non-commissioned officers. I teach leaders. And I will never speak poorly about my fellow cadre. I won't. But some of them are like a walking Clear Eyes commercial. And for me, I want to be passionate about what I'm teaching, because if I'm trying to teach up-and-coming non-commissioned officers to do what I'm doing, or show them and get them to buy into it, I can't do that by going like, the principles of mission command are... Like, I can't do it that way. That's just not the person that I am. And every cadre has their own kind of teaching style and everything, but like, a lot of people in my job don't think that this job is cool. And I love what I do. I absolutely love what I do. AD is a favorite part of the military. That's what I'm talking about. This is exactly why I can't switch to smart appliances. It screws up. Oh my God, the camera! Hold on. What the hell's going on with my camera? Hold on. I bet it has like an auto turn off mode or something that I fucked up somewhere. Hold on, let me fix this. There we go, I fixed it. Time to call the help desk. I just keep on hearing it shut down, man. I did see the Texas Rangers won the World Series, man. I thought that was pretty cool. Camera might be overheating. I hope not. You can blame you. Maybe you pressed the button. Mrs. HLC, you need to come up here and fix this. It says the word, it screws up, and then the camera dies. Look at them big old fat puppies over there. And look at the lighting. Look how good Mrs. HLC did. Look at that. She is phenomenal. That woman. Favorite basketball team? Don't have one. Nothing personal. I respect others, choices in liking basketball. I loathe basketball. What was the transition from tanker to air defender? I went to re-enlist. I love my job. I was like, I want to keep doing this. And they said, pick a new job or get out. So here I am. 10 years in as a 21 Bravo. I don't know what honestly, I've never heard of a 21 Bravo. I have no idea what job that is. Maybe it's an old MOS. 10 years as 21 Bravo. The only time I saw 88 working was when North Korea tested their first nuke, and I kind of like it that way. No problem, Red 9. I appreciate you being here, my dude. Dog camper. I know the dog cam is like a fucking champ. My camera's worse than an old Ford. Well, I mean, at least, My favorite acronym for Ford is failure of research and development. Have you turned it off and back on? Oh, I haven't. I'm just wondering if it's like dying, but like I have a hub battery in it. Like it's plugged in directly to the ground. You've reached tech support. My name is Zach. How can I help you? Well, Zach, how about you get up here? Never mind. The things that I want to say to you, I can't.
10 years as a 21B, and the only time I saw the ADA working was when North Korea tested their first nuke. And I kinda like it that way. 07 brother.
You get the time, we get the War Thunder. We can get the War Thunder. I wouldn't mind doing it, man. Like, let me see. Who's playing War Thunder right now on my friends list? Kozak and Emerald Duke. They're playing War Thunder. So I got to throw bigger stuff into this guy. That's pretty much it, yeah. 12 Bravo. Okay.
You get the time. We can get the War Thunder.
If you ever need IT, just reach out to the furry community. All right, RK, I got you. Maybe you need to hit it with a hammer. Probably not. It's a pretty expensive camera. I mean, we're not gonna remove that off the table, but it, yeah. Somebody, yeah, you guys were saying combat engineer before. I'm sorry. That's your opinion, Randy. I just, man. Past military convoy about a month ago, 312 trucks, such a long convoy, and they're seeing more of those again. Reminds me of the Cold War. I don't know, man. There's always training going on. There's always training going on.
Combat engineers. We were 12B, then 21B, then back to 12 again.
I love combat engineers. I absolutely adore you guys. So when I was in Afghanistan, we had this guy. I can't even remember his real name. I just called him Sergeant Scrat, and it was a combat engineer that led our formation on a pretty regular basis. And it was just like, he was like Scrat from Ice Age. He would go over here, dig a hole, dig a hole, dig a hole. There's just holes all over the ground behind him. But the dude found a lot of IEDs, and he blew up a lot of IEDs. But this is the thing. In Red 9, you can either confirm or deny this. If you guys have ever met a combat engineer, you can tell if they've deployed or not. And here's how you can tell. The ones who have deployed, they have a tick somewhere. They tap their foot too much. Their head is constantly on a swivel. They're constantly like jazzing up with their hands or whatever they're doing. They have a tick somewhere. Okay, the ones who haven't deployed, they don't got the tick yet. They don't got it, right? And the reason they don't got the tick is because the guys with the tick have been a little bit too close to one too many blasting caps and a little bit too many explosives. That's just the way it works.
The new COD open combat missions are the worst.
Open combat missions. I don't even think I'm going to get the new COD, man. To me, there's nothing for it there for me. Gary can't go stop attacking me, motherfucker. Bro, you know I'm right. I'm not in the army, but I do that. Well, they're on. You might pass for a 12 Bravo. As someone who isn't really watching and listening to the camera shutting off for me, it's too bad. Oh, you good? You good, Nameless? Essayons for you engineers in the chat. I do love my engineers, man. They kept me and a lot of my friends alive. So I do love engineers. There's a special place in my heart for combat engineers, man. You guys are good people. I'm trying to find to see if he said anything about that. The tick can be for any one of us who deployed in combat environment. That's fair, Moose. That's fair. Are you regretting that super chat notification sound yet? It's been a little chaotic this time, but we want more made HLC Chan. I have that. It's stashed away. It is stashed away for now. HLC, you have a heart? I know! It's weird, Rob. I'm telling you, man. Would you say the F-22 is the flying cheat code for the U.S. Air Force? Pretty much. I mean, honestly, I would love to see somebody go toe-to-toe with an F-22, just to see, but I know what the outcome will be. So they got to stack, and I'll make a long-form video about it, why we stack the deck against ourselves when we fight and when we train. It's for very specific instances. You should play Raid or Not. I have Raid or Not. I just haven't played it in a while. Camo stopping his angry cops trying to get a screenshot for a meme review. God damn it! I love angry cops, man. He's a good friend. Have I ever seen an A-10 and hear it fire? Believe it or not, click fire. I saw that in Bazarche, Afghanistan. Pretty appreciative that aircraft came in that day. We'll just leave it at that. Among other aircraft, like Apaches. Kiowas kind of just made a big mess of things. Well, it was a Apache. It was a single Apache. But yeah. Those things, did you know from 400 yards away you can feel the ground shake? when it's laying waste to somebody near you. Yep. Skittles or Starburst? Skittles all day long. This exists. What are you coming at me with? Hi, just joined the stream. What's up, Brian? I read about Private King. I also hope they bury him under the jail. Yep, Kai, I'm glad we're on the same page there. Nothing can beat the full stealth F-22. Boop the tiger, get the points. You know what? If I, this is my promise to all of you. If I get on the unsubscribe with my friend the Fat Electrician, which is supposed to happen, but we'll see if it does, my goal will be to boop him. But then I also want to bet him. Like, I don't like betting money. I'm not a fan of money. But I'd bet him his beard, and I'd get a tattoo. I would put a tattoo for beard. I don't know what we're gonna bet yet. I haven't figured that out, but I'm willing to make that bet. What is the oldest aircraft you might do for a country military news video? I'm not sure yet. I hope you know you get quit. It is interesting to see, Razzie, when I get quoted all the time in comment sections and shit. Like, so every once in a while I watch the Grim Reapers. They're like big DCS guys. And whenever they bring up air defense, they're like, you need to get HLC in here. He knows. And I'm like, guys, I can't tell him more than I know. Like, I can't, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't do that. And then, like, the F-22 gets brought up. Of course, people quote that in there. It's really good. Things going to get proportional with that podcast. All right. Cass is where it's at, homie. She's got back from the in-home bar and her bet for beer. Is Batty going to shave? So, no, not him. Not him. We're going to get the Fat Electrician. I'm going to try and get him. What's up, the Wolverine General? Apparently the lower tier air missile defense sensors made by Raytheon, but they never heard about it until... Oh, so Natfrog. Unfortunately, my name's on a 75-page non-disclosure agreement, but I went out to the Sense-Off, and I actually helped the Army pick that sensor. We went out there was 3 different companies, one of which was Raytheon. Not going to tell you who the other ones were. And honestly, it was one of the coolest jobs I ever had. They schmoozed us and tried to kiss our ass for 2 hours each. Unfortunately, I'm a fucking radar nerd, and so is everybody else that was with me. So, like, cool, what's its range? What's its probability of killing this threat? How easy is it to in place? What's the maintenance requirements? Fucking, what's the range on it? I already said range. But yeah, and we just dug into the weeds. And that radar, the LTAMS, which I will never call Ghost Eye ever in a million fucking years, the LTAMS was picked by me and... Hold on.
Just got back from the home bar and heard bet for beer. Is Batty gonna shave?
Me and 5 other people helped the Army pick that radar. So, she's a bad bitch. If she does everything they promised us. That's the thing. Only 75 pages. That was the only... Okay, hold on, Robert. That non-disclosure agreement was only for that job and that test and that radar. I got other ones for other shit. Don't you worry about a thing. I probably got... I would say my name is on... maybe around 500 pages of non-disclosure agreements. I would say that's a fair assessment. 300 to 500 pages. So a large portion of it is that 75 pages. Got to go up in a B-52 as a kid. Love Grandpa Buff. Poster played for Old Man Strength. That's what I'm talking about. Do I watch Laserpig? I have watched Laserpig. I subscribe to Laserpig. I don't know the guy personally. Patriot or Thad? Yes. They both have different jobs. It really depends. Thad shoots long-range ballistic missiles, intercontinental ballistic missiles, has a far longer detection range.
I got to go up into a B-52 as a kid. I love Grandpa Buff. They are the poster plane for Old Man Strength.
But Rob, I'm going to have to say, just out of personal choice, I'm going to go with Patriot. Julian Silva, do I... That's a heavy one, Julian. We're having a good time here, man. No, I don't think it can ever be justified. I really don't. Under any circumstances. I think that the sooner humanity can put aside our differences and realize that we're all the same species, that's probably how fast we'll have intergalactic travel, or at least solar system travel. Speaking of HLC's real name, I know my name's out there. Yeah.
Patriot or Todd?
Or Todd, that's what it called, Todd. Your dad was a crew chief? What is the font size of those NDAs? I think 12-point font. Times New Roman, give or take. Didn't know you used to roll the Abrams death before dismount. Yep, I had an M1A2 SEP V2 main battle tank. Let me see if I can find a picture of her. Hold on here real quick. I'll see if I can pull something up. Where the hell is that folder?
Didn't know you used to roll the Abrams. Death before dismount.
Where's she at? I got a picture of her in here somewhere. I mean, everyone has the same picture where you're straddling the gun. All right, everybody has that same picture. There we go. This is good old Private Long straddling the gun on an Abrams. Hold on. Long time ago. There you go. Yep, she was an M1A2 SEP V2 main battle tank, and her name was Divine Intervention. I miss that tank. Have you guys donated $1,000? I mean, maybe. I'm not sure. Like, probably. Sorry. Hey girl, your mama let you intercept? Sorry. How will the 22 react if he found out the grandpa buff was already 2 air kills? I've thought about using that. You're good, Spiky Mike. Grandpa Buff tells stories to 22 about the times he shot up. I need to probably do that. Long dong. Phantoms are forever. Legends never die. They just retire. I was so young. I want to see if does this actually work? Hold on.
Grandpa Buff tells stories to 22 about the times he shot down planes in Vietnam.
Here, check this out. This is an old thing. This is from my driver's hatch. Yep. That's what it looked like when an Abrams fired a heat round. That was actually called heat fire. That's the name of that fucking... Yeah. Good old times, man. I haven't been in this folder in a while. Man, I was such a boot. Yeah, Mrs. Linecrosser's mad at me. What is it? What is this video? Hold on. Oh, okay. Sorry, that was that video. That was a truck video. I don't know why it was in this folder. Man. Yeah, that's weird. Calling it a night, bidding HLC, Zach Gang, and all in chat a good evening from the Fort Campbell flight area. Chinook shakes my house apart. Take it easy, Zach Brown, man. Be safe, homie. We're almost done here. We got about 15 more minutes. Too many Zachs. There's a lot of Zachs. You said Zach with this pack of zigzags in this. Fucking, I need another. Mrs. HLC, if you're watching. I'm out of margaritas. I'm parched. I'm dying. I know, Mrs. HLC. I'm dying. I'm dying. I have one folder open, and it's nothing special. Yeah. Yeah, we'll go ahead and close that. I'm done. Keep my eye on Alabama.
Calling it the night. Bidding HLC, Zach Gang, and all in chat good evening from the FT. Campbell flight area as a Chincook shakes my house apart.
Have I heard music to be murdered by? Is that a thing? Alabama's cringe. Bro, so I'm not gonna lie. There's a couple of things on Instagram, like daily top cringe, and I just, for some reason, one day on Instagram, I was like, I saw a cringy video, and I was like, I wonder if there's a page dedicated to cringe. There is. 100%. And my wife will tell you, Mrs. HLC will tell you that I am not a fan of watching cringy shit. Like, I will like, we watch 90 Day Fiancé, you know, Suelu, that fucking smooth brain mongoloid fuckface. I hate that son of a bitch so much. Oh god, I want to punch him and Jovi right in the dick hole. If you've ever watched 90 Day Fiancé. Mrs. Linecrosser says she's not going to bring me anything to drink because she hates me and all of you. That's what she said. That's what I just got on the text message. But you guys don't need to read the text message to know for sure. But anyways, so if you watch 90 Day, look, gentlemen, if you're watching this, let your old lady watch 90 Day Fiancé. And here's why. Here's why. She will immediately feel so much better about your relationship. Metal Gamer coming in with another super chat.
Face when DCSS 400 fights way better than real life Russian S400.
I wanted to like believe the S400 was a really good system. I really did. And I how do I word this? Fuck, man, this is hard. I know people who are familiar with it and its predecessor who now are familiar with a Patriot system, and it sounds something similar to, oh, Patriot, much better. That thing bullshit. That thing giant pile of shit. These Patriots, oh, it's so good. We shoot down everything, no problem. Sorry, that's the best I'm going to give you. I love watching bad TV with you. Mrs. HLC, I'm telling you, God. If you guys ever get a chance to watch 90 Day Fiancé, just watch it with your old lady. Let her watch it. She's going to feel so much better about your relationship. She's going to realize, like, she didn't settle. She actually fucking knocked it out of the park, right? Unless you have a really bad relationship, and then she's going to be like, find out what is out there. And then, of course, you know, do your own thing, gentlemen. But like, cringy shit, I cover my face. Like, they'll be doing some super cringy shit, and I'm just like, oh, and I'll cover my face, and she knows I can't do cringe, which is weird that I now follow, like, 5 or 6 different cringy or Instagram pages. What? That's not what my text said at all. You can have a margarita with your whiff in a bit. Fine, I will come down and have a margarita. I did. I have to be able to hear myself clearly so I can do these accents. 90 Day Fiancé is a big no. I thought the same thing, Thunderwolf. I'm telling you, man. She is out here watching with y'all. We're almost there. Ain't nothing like a train wreck of a relationship to improve one's own. Absolutely. Don't you judge me. I gotta take this thing off. Sorry, I'm trying to stay with it all. If y'all want merch... Oh, god damn it! The camera shut off again. It's gotta be an auto-off feature or something. Oh, god damn it. Kringe. Son of a bitch. I haven't watched Expanse. Honestly, me and Mrs. HLC, the only thing, like, now that the season's over, we were watching The Last Resort. God, I hate Asuelu so much. Honestly, I'm so happy that Kalani divorced his ass, because, like, I get emotional satisfaction from watching Asuelu be in physical and emotional pain. I want you to know that. Like, I hate him so much. So much I hate him. And then Jovi is this fucking, this overbite having, mouth breathing fucking dip fuck who is married to a straight 10. This fucking Yara, straight 10. Like a fucking 11 and a half. Yara is gorgeous. And she's fucking crazy smart. And she's like funny as hell. Like Yara is great. And Jovi's just a fucking mongoloid dick face, right? I hope Jovi steps on a Lego every day for the rest of his life. But anyways, I watched the show, and yeah, it just, now at first I was like, this is dumb, and I just like played there on my phone while she was watching, and now she got me into it. He's way too busy, and I have plenty of costs. Mrs. HLC!
What would you do if someone donated $1,000?
What would I do if someone donated that $1,000? I have no idea. Like, the first thing my brain goes is like, give it back. The second place my brain goes is like, I don't know, like, just be floored by it. I have no idea. Rob, don't you dare. Rob, you've already done a lot. Don't you dare. Rob. Don't you fucking dare. I'm watching it. Who's Mrs. HLC's favorite character? I think she's a big fan of Grandpa Buff. I really do. Let's wait for her to answer. God damn it, the cameras. God damn it. All right, there we go. Take it easy, Jonathan. I'm back. Mrs. HLC, who is your favorite character that I've created? Come on, Mrs. HLC. I'm about to make Rob a fucking mod, man. Where's he at? Here you go. Rob's a mod now too, I guess. Rob, if you do that, we're going to have to adopt you, and we don't want kids. That's fair. Would you intercept that 1,000? I wouldn't know how to feel, man. Like, I'm humble beginnings, right? Like, I grew up. I didn't really have a whole lot, right? Like, I had what I had. Don't get me wrong. My parents tried. My mom tried. My mother's a fucking saint. And that is the beauty of being where I'm at now. You know, married E7 that lives well within my means, and I've had this social media success, so I am able to, help out my family more than I ever thought I was able to. So, like, that's a big return for me, guys. And you don't have to. Would you intercept me? I just let me crash. Rob, I'd intercept you. I guess. I assume so. I have no idea what you look like on the road or on the street, but fucking yeah. She has spoke. What'd she say? You know I love the buff.
Hey, baby, how about I come down there and take you out for a spin sometime? We'll go down to the Tasty Freeze and have ourselves some pop.
I almost went into Mr. Herbert.
Would you like some popsicles? Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, I'm not doing that one.
You want some popsicles, baby? I'm gonna come on down there and give you a good one for.
I'm sorry. Oh, man.
Would you intercept me? I just let me crash.
Yep, that and the mouth guard get me. Look, okay, I grind my teeth in my sleep, guys. I wear a mouth guard. Ain't no shame in my game. Gotta protect them. I'm a big fan of having real teeth. Grew up in a town with a Tasty Freeze. I think there was probably one in Denver where I was at. What did I miss? Damn, Wolfram, you're on it. Long Gunny's trying to make a joke. Yeah, it's a brand new camera. There's probably an auto off feature or something that I just gotta turn off. So Mrs. HLC has the costumes, and HLC probably uses the voice during bed. I'm gonna go downstairs and see if she'll intercept me.
Would you intercept me?
I'd intercept me. In case you and I would have to meet on a geriatric. Okay, Rob. Does he have like a 3-minute delay? No, it shouldn't. It shouldn't be a delay. Why? What did I miss? Mrs. HLC is AN225. I want her to play No Shame in Our Game. I'm telling you guys, this is the thing. Bro, gentlemen, I'm telling you. Find you a boring one, guys. Find you a boring woman. I'm telling you, they're the fucking best. They are the best.
In that case, you and I would have to meet on Geriatric Hub.
No, the government's interfering with the stream. I'm telling you. Safe word, fucking blueberry pancakes. I'm just kidding. I mean, that came out too fluid to... I obviously thought about that one. Anyways, yeah, no, I'm telling you guys, get a boring one. The boring ones are a blast, right? Because our favorite thing is canceling plans. It's our favorite thing in the world. I'd be like, we told whoever that we'd go out and have dinner with them and their family, and she'd be like, can we just tell them we're not feeling good, and then we'll like order a pizza, and we'll sit here in our underwear and drink margaritas? And I'm like, and as soon as she says some shit like that, I'm just like, I completely understand why I married you, and I would absolutely do that again. Absolutely, 100% of the time. I'm telling you, boring ones are the best, guys. Go get yourself a boring one. Would you consider others providing impressions for their characters? I can do a really good Doofenshmirtz impression for Germany. So I've considered it, Navasa. The problem I have with that is it's very time consuming, because I got to you got to make it in TikTok. You're going to have to download it, right? And then you got to download it from there. You got to send it to me. But if you send it through a text message, it'll lose its quality. So then I gotta give you access to a Google Drive. You got to drop it in there.
Would you consider others providing impressions for other characters? I can do a really good Doofenshmirtz impression for Germany.
What do you mean? I just said that. Hold on. What did I say something stupid? I don't think I said so. I'm telling you. What constitutes a boring woman? I don't know. Ma Deuce needs to be her. Ooh, discount a store in that section. Not a half bad idea. That's actually not a. That's actually not. I kind of like that. I'm a little. Oh my god, the camera!
Velp. Sleep paralysis demon said no. So I'm back.
God bless America, man. I don't know what's going on with my webcam. This damn Sony ZV-1 Mark II. I kind of like that. Hold on. All right, let me write that. See, I don't mind getting ideas from people if they have a good idea. Find someone on your wavelength. Take Scotland. Cooties. What did Mrs. HLC said? Boring dudes are cool too. Yeah, isn't that right, young lady? You fox, you. Welcome back, Zach Brown. Good to have you and your band back around. I'm sorry. I need to buy you a new camera, it seems. No, don't you do it, Rob. I just bought this one. It's just in updating settings. It doesn't do it every other time. I don't know why it's doing it this time. I have no idea why it decided to do it this time. So I got to figure out that. That's the vlogging one, isn't it? Wow. Yeah, it's the ZV-1 Mark II, and it wasn't doing it, but I adjusted some of the settings, so now it's doing it. Look, guys. I have the income to buy me like a really good camera. This one's fine so far, right? It's a 4K, 30 frames a second. It does exactly what I need it to do. I mean, let me see. Is the stream in 4K? How do I check the fucking resolution? Yeah. Oh, it's 1080p. Oh, it doesn't go any higher than that. But it's 4K. I assure you it's 4K. I have a good Doc Holiday impression. You need that for something. It's just it's very time consuming to do that. Like it's a rarity. I'm watching you, Wazowski. Oh, the fucking what's her name? Still figuring out the settings. Yep. If I do a MiG-15 character, it better be gay. A gay MiG-15. Actually.
If you need an impression, I can do the I'm always watching you Wazowski lady perfectly.
I just remembered what the NATO reporting name for a MiG-15 is. By the way, I'm going to show this to you guys. This is not me saying it. I'm just going to show it to you. If you don't know what the NATO reporting name... I'm going to show you this. You guys all see that, right? That is the NATO reporting name.
Would
Jesus.
you intercept me? I'd intercept me.
I should just do it. I really should.
Rob, you don't got to do anything, man. I promise you, dude. I appreciate it, but
The wife said, why you sound like Kermit.
what? Why do I sound like Kermit?
Well, I don't. Well, I don't know. It's just the way my voice is.
Oh fuck, that was a bad Kermit. It was like a weird baritone Kermit. Rob Castles, please consider HLC your sugar baby. Now, Mrs. HLC, are you serious? You're killing me. I'm telling you, bro. I just brought up the webpage. I told Google the NATO reporting name of the MiG-15, and that is all I did. I Googled something. Fuzzy doing Kermit impressions. Well, I will tell you guys this. That's our 2-hour mark. I still have a lot more work to do. This week has been absolute chaos, guys. I've been busy all week. So thank you all so much for being here. I'm going to go ahead and hit the music. I do look really good in a dress. So there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. I'm glad you joined us. You see the two pooches on the Poochie cam. They got their own little wavelength thing going on. We got new lighting in here, the new desk, everything is just moved around. We've been so busy. So, as always, do not give in to the 22 a day. Every single one of you are amazing, and I will see you guys right here next time. Also, thank you all so much for the continued support in everything that you guys do. I'm going to just probably add that on the end from now on because you guys are amazing. Dr. Tankenstein, I don't know if that's true. I might try and find that out, but I will take it easy, guys.